Fist.
What up? What up? Kids Table tonight. Welcome to Split the Defense, Leafs post-game, presented by LaForest Electrical Contractors, serving the Kingston and surrounding area since 2004. Proud member of the Hockey Podcast Network. I'm Webby with CP, no producer Ted in the booth tonight, so if things get all messed up, that's probably my fault, and you're just going to have to deal with it. We're going to just power through. We got a great show lined up, so many things to talk about, so just stick around. It should be good. Thumbs up this episode while you're here, subscribe to our YouTube, leave us a comment, and catch us in podcast form anywhere you listen to podcasts. So we're at 3 wins in a row now. Power play's cooking, and a much better game than the season opener against our oldest rivals. Leafs 4, Habs 1. What a great game. What a great week so far, CP. Who do you got as first start tonight?
I mean, I think just the first star of maybe the week is going to be Marner. Marner's just been a different animal since Matthews has been gone. And I mean, half of it, I'm sure just he's been always a player that takes about 10 games to come in and like get into a season. But also I think it is a little bit that they're missing Matthews. He has to kind of put the team on his shoulders in a bit of a different way. And yeah, it's kind of broken him out. He's been just amazing recently.
Yeah, okay, let's start with Marner. Marner's a great place to start. Marner's fucking feeling it, buddy. He's feeling it. Epic shorthanded goal tonight. Camp to Marner. Shorthanded goal. You heard me.
Yeah.
He walked your boy Hudson tonight. Just destroyed his ankles. Yeah. Marner's on an 8-game point streak. He's now at 198 career goals. Did you see him playing soccer with the puck tonight? Did you see him header the puck? And then later on he used his chest? Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. This guy is on. And he led the team in minutes tonight. Even all defensemen. No defenseman played more than Mitch Marner. 21-15. And there was 5 minutes left in the game. So maybe it would have worked out just a little differently. But that's what Natural Stat Trick gave me at the end of the I was even checking at the end of the game. So that's what you get. 21-15, led by Mitch Marner. Next was Jake McCabe. So, yeah, the guy's feeling it. He's all over the place. Mitch Marner, fully back.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the soccer plays with the header and everything, those are, like, he's made those plays before. Like, you see them playing, like, hacky sack and keep up with a soccer ball before the games. And so, yeah, it's just, like, in the groove. I remember, actually, like, weird story, but when I was in public school, like I always played soccer growing up and everything on a rep team. And then me and my buddies, we all got into hacky sack when at recess time, and it totally changed how I played soccer. Like all of a sudden I'm just making moves that I didn't before. So I think it's a little bit of that. You're just used to doing things when you're like doesn't matter what sport it is, and it just changes how you play. So yeah, he's tried to header it to the front of the net as well. I remember that from last year. So yeah, Mitchie just does it all. And yeah, I think like a lot of it, he's definitely incorporating his game into the Berube style, because even tonight, like you see that he starts to create, like to make space and does a little bit of a skate backwards type of a play, but then he immediately goes right towards the net. So yeah, I just love what I'm seeing from him. Like just breaking out of like all of the controversy about his contract. Like no one's going to be talking about it. Just let Mitchie play and just to feed on these points. And I think it's an 8-game point streak, but he has 13 points, I think, in those 8 games. So yeah, just totally feeling it. And he's not the only one. The other 2 boys too are feeling it as well. Willie and JT,
he is on fire.
Not far behind.
Yeah, Nylander tonight at the end-to-end on the power play. Beautiful.
Yeah. So nice.
Chef's kiss.
Oh my gosh.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Slowest end-to-end ever, though.
Oh man. So I was already complaining that they wasted 10 seconds. I turned to my girlfriend. I was just like, there goes 10 seconds of the power play. You're not getting. And then all of a sudden he goes end to end. I was like, all right, never mind. Shit.
I mean, it wasn't, like when you see the highlight reel end to ends, they're just like whipping through the zone. Nylander, I just feel like nonchalantly, just like like you could time that to classical music, and he got it in. Yeah, it was beautiful. He's got 11 goals already in 16 games. That's a 56 goal pace. Is he going to score 50 goals this season?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't actually. This might be a hot take here, but I wouldn't be surprised if he leads the Leafs in goals and he breaks 50. Just the way that the season's gone, you know, last year was such a weird year with the contract, and you know, he just gets to come into this year and trying to prove that he is one of the best players in the league. And I think a lot of like what we saw from the documentary too, or like what focused on him is, you know, he does want to be a star player and a key contributor. And I think you're just seeing that, and just things are going for him. So yeah, in that end-to-end play wasn't the end of his stick handling tonight too. Like even into the third period, like he was feeling it all the way through. So yeah, you love to see that from Willie, and the confidence just, you know, it's just oozing from him. Confidence.
Yeah, and then JT scored again tonight, another power play goal. He's the power play's 8 for 12 in the last whatever, I guess 12. It'd be like 3 games or so. I don't know if that's the 4th game, but they've got goals in their last 5 power play. Their last 5 power plays minus the last one at the end of the game.
5 in a row. Yeah,
they've got power play goals in the last 3 games, and more power play goals in the last 3 games than all season long combined. All without Matthews.
Yeah.
Craig Berube did mention about it. He says it's just simplified now. They're attacking more downhill and getting pucks to the net and getting rewarded for it right now, which is good to see. They've done a good job. Is Matthews the problem?
Well, I mean, I think it is. Again, it's one of these things where I think it's just multiple. When your star player's out, you're forced to try different things. And I think Marner in particular is just a big part of that. Like, how often do you see him take a one-timer on the power play in the last year? You know, and I think he's taken, you know, 4 or 5 in the last few games. So I think it's just one of those where they're moving it around. There's no focus on one player. Players are moving around. It's not just the puck. And when opportunities present, they just take them. You know, it's a one-timer from Marner. Marner gets the puck down low and he immediately puts it in the middle for JT. It's not a like debating on what opportunity is the best. It's just take the one that's in front of you. It's just working out so much. I guarantee Matthews can jump right back in here and he'll fill the spot and it'll be totally fine. The question is, are we going 5 forwards or are we mixing it up? Because like Matthew Nyes, he's not leaving the front of that net.
No.
He is stuck there. That man is just perfect for just taking up a spot. Yeah, and it'll relieves JT to be able to make some more plays. Doesn't have to just be a deflection guy. Plays higher in the slot. And obviously, like that was how he succeeded more on the island when he played there. Was a high slot guy, high tips. And like he's been forced into a different play, and he's pretty good at it still when he's the low guy. But definitely both those guys are just perfect positions. So yeah, that's just the question for me: is Marner playing up top in Riley's spot? Or is Matthews going on the second power play?
Yeah, Matthews on power play too. That's just how it's got to be, man. They've been on fire. Like, what? Honestly, I know like he's the best player, like one of the best players in the world. But like,
100%.
How do you change this? How do you change this? They've been insanely good. Like, is this just maybe you just don't want to overreact? Obviously, it's just like this is a regression to the mean. I mean, we knew they weren't going to score no power play goals all season. Right?
Yeah.
We knew eventually they'd come back to somewhere in the middle and probably upper echelon of the league in power play. And they had to go on a heater like this. And who knows how long this heater will continue. And that's part of it is like, who knows how long this heater will continue. Do you want to throw Matthews in there and mess with this? Like, I don't know. I think a lot of the games won recently have been big in part to the special teams. So, like, Matthews the best player, and I think he's amazing. I think he would make everything better, but do you fuck with a good thing?
Yeah, and what does that say to Willie if, like, you're taking Willie out of that position that he's now been playing so well in? You know, and like I just was saying about Matthew Nyes would be the other option to take off, but, like, then it's like, well, Tavares has been succeeding so much in his position.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
There is no easy solution
it's
here.
Not, no.
Yeah. You know,
what
if you just, you know, put Matthews on the second? You got Domi with him. Like, you split up the time a little more evenly. I mean, you know, Matthews has the C now. You know, you got to be able to, you know, take one for the team a little bit. And it's not like there's no one down there for him to create. And it's Austin Matthews. Like,
but are you talking on the power play?
Yeah.
There's just
Yeah.
simply not enough time.
Well,
There's
I
not
mean,
enough time to have 2 units rocking.
yeah, I mean, but which one's rocking at the time, I guess. Like, and if
I
the
guess it's
first
whoever you
unit
start. Yeah.
doesn't start like, like, isn't on this heater anymore, then the first switch up you make is to put Austin Matthews on it. But I just, like you said, it's just weird to switch up something that's been going so well.
Yeah, right on. I can't see who is commenting this. It's just his Facebook user for me. But it says the first goal, this was the first 5-on-5 goal since last Saturday or something. Special teams has absolutely been huge. And it absolutely has been huge. It's been everything. I thought I saw a stat like that. It's the first 5-on-5 goal they've scored all week, and they've been winning. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have thought that last week.
No.
So, I
And
mean, that's just hard to say. How do you fuck with a good thing? But we had Max Pacioretty tonight. He left. He was not on the ice to start period 2, injured left leg, and needed to help to the room at the end of the first period. Any thoughts on how the 11 forwards worked and how Pacioretty's loss is going to affect the team?
Yeah, I mean, it helped that we didn't play a great team, so the 11 forwards wasn't as big of a factor. But Pacioretty, I feel so bad for. The one thing too is like the way he sat on the bench for the remainder of the period and then kind of hobbled off at the end of the period. That made me think like he was maybe taking in his last moments on an NHL bench. It even just like he's had Achilles problems. The
bad.
way he like grabbed at his leg, like even though he grabbed up high, that doesn't mean it's not his Achilles. That's actually probably where you would grab. So
It's in your calf. Yeah, that's where you'll feel it. It's in your calf.
you could feel it all the way up though. Like your Achilles
Yeah.
runs all the way. So I don't know. I'm scared for him. Even if it's not that, it can just be something else. I mean, this is what happened the last time he just didn't play a game. We're like, oh, is it over? Is that it? So it doesn't necessarily mean it's over. But when I saw him sitting there, I was just like, if he probably knows kind of how severe it is, and the way he went off just kind of confirmed to me that it's not good. So yeah, I'm hoping for the best there, but tough.
What about the 11 forwards working together? You just think that was you chalk it up to we had a good night because we didn't play a good team?
I mean, the last 2 nights have kind of been like, it's been nice playing, not great competition.
What happened to the Atlantic?
Yeah. I mean,
it like sucks.
I mean, there's a couple of good teams up at the top, but yeah, down through the middle and yeah, not so hot. So, I mean, yeah, Detroit yesterday I just felt like the team plays kind of, it seems easy to shut down a not so great team. As long as they can pot it, like get some goals, like this style just is like, it's kind of boring. Not going to lie. It can, like yesterday's game kind of was a little bit of a snoozer. It was also because coming off of like the Boston game was so intense that, it was an exciting game. And then yesterday wasn't so much, but yeah, I mean, the 11 forwards, it didn't seem like it was a detriment, but it's obviously not something you want to go to anymore. But I mean, you could honestly, like Ryan Reeves to me feels like he's non-existent out there anyway. So it was almost 10 forwards, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, what's that guy do? Ryan
Buddy,
Reeves
I don't
just
even
like
want to go
a
down
waste
that
of a
path again.
position.
I've been asking that all year.
Fight
long.
someone. Just
I
fight
don't
someone.
get it at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He hasn't fought since preseason.
What is it that you say that you do here?
Yeah. Like, I want your job description, please.
So this is a great play by Timmins tonight. Do you remember his spinorama for his first goal? Now, was that an amazing recovery, or do you think he planned that little bank move off the boards spinorama?
No, I mean, I don't. If that was planned, I think he should give his head a shake a little bit. I think that is a little bit of a, recovery, and it all worked out. But the thing that more impressed me was just the way he just like threw it at the net through traffic, and those are kind of the pinball type of goals that you just need to get. So yeah,
especially from a third line defender, like that's if you can chip in any way playing on the third line, yes, absolutely, that's a great goal from Connor Timmins.
Yeah, especially Timmins. He's not necessarily like a defensive shutdown guy. I've been complaining about him less and less, which is always good. But he's got to chip in somewhere, and so that's kind of, he's got a little bit of an offensive mind and offensive touch. So being able to pull off a spinorama and then shuffle one in, like that's what we need for him, for sure.
That's absolutely what we need from him.
Hakanpää probably coming back soon. Like, isn't that guy supposed to play like yesterday? So, yeah.
I
See,
was
like
just gonna
even
say that now is Connor Timmins the guy that's gonna be pulled out because he's had a really good week. I guess it's a couple of weeks. Like he hasn't looked terrible all season. You know, we've just like we've always had these, this pre-notion about Connor Timmins, and but so far so good, and he's only seemed to have gotten better the more he's played. Like this is probably the most NHL games he's played in his life, isn't it? Like
it
played
probably
13
is.
games or
Yeah.
15 games now. Like he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever got that far into a season without injury.
The thing is, like, Simone Benoit, like he's been playing better as well. I feel like he had a rough kind of start to the year, but he's been playing better of recently, I think, in my opinion. So, and it's also just like the left shot versus right shot thing. You know, do you want Connor Timmins playing on his left side? Because I don't think I want Hakanpää playing on his left side. So, yeah, I
Not a
think,
fucking chance. No,
yeah,
that's
I
not.
think
That's
he
not
just
something I want to see from the guy with bad knees. No,
no, no.
let's not put him on his offhand. I think we're just gonna put him in a spot to succeed. I don't even know where this guy's gonna be, but obviously he's good because they didn't just give him minimum; they gave him like $1.5 million, right? So
Yeah.
it's like he's got he's got an upside. He's going to contribute. They do want him to play games, but it is a question now. Who do you take out? Is it Connor Timmins? And I just feel like it probably is, just because like everybody else is kind of an echelon above Connor Timmins, right?
Can we just scratch
Unfortunately,
Ryan Reeves though, and then you can just do 7 defensemen? You know, like why not?
11 and 7. You know what?
Yeah.
That actually seems probably like what would happen. Although it's not Keefe anymore, but like yeah, that could happen. That could
Especially
definitely
if
happen.
Hakanpää, like you don't know, is he going to be able to make it through a full game? I mean, I know that's a bad
Well,
expectation,
that's a great point because then Hakanpää can go out, he can penalty kill, and then you have Timmins for the power play or whatever, the more offensive. Like if you need a goal, you put Timmins out. If you're trying to defend a lead, you put out Hakanpää, right? You can
Yeah.
split the minutes up that way. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, and then it eases Hakanpää into the year, right? Rather than like putting
Yeah.
all that stress on him right away. So yeah, I think that does make the most sense for a solution. So the first period of this game was really good. They scored a goal, but they had 0 high danger chances.
Hmm.
Craig Berube was asked about it, and he said he doesn't mind low event hockey. He said, I know it's difficult at times because guys want to get scoring chances and they want to score, and I want them to do the same, but you got to do it the right way. Do you feel like they did things the right way tonight?
I feel like they're doing things the Berube way. It just, like I said, it isn't the flashy getting 6 goals a game all the time, but it's consistent, and I think they are kind of settling into it. So I think the way it's just, you see that it's almost always a dump and chase. And we're seeing the results on the other end too. Kind of an easy night for both goalies in the last 2 nights. So you kind of have to look at the results both ways. And if this is what's going to get us into the deep playoffs, then hey, I'll watch all these games. I don't mind. If we win more 2-1 games than we do 6-5, then that's just wonderful. As long as
it seems to
has a purpose.
Seems to be like they tried that. They tried to do we're going to win a game 2-1, and then in the playoffs they figured out they can't score. So now they're like running it up. It seems like they're running it up every game, running it up more putting their foot on the throat of the opponent than previous years. Like, does it not feel more like when they win, they really win?
But is that also just a Berube thing? Because like I just feel like Keefe was such a nice guy.
Does it not feel that way?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
The Keefe's like, no, just take it. No, I just think the agenda's changed.
Yeah, well, unless it's 2 minutes left and you're up by 3, like you're gonna see the top power play. You're gonna see them, dump and chase and give their all. It is a mentality of trying to win, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1 instead of like let's sit back and protect this lead. There's no question.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
I noticed that from like game 2. Definitely a huge difference in that sense. Huge, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he wants them to do it the right way, but he wants them to do it a lot too, and I'm liking that.
Yeah.
So it says OEL pretending he didn't take another penalty tonight, as if we can't just watch the replay and see he did. I missed that. Do you know what he's talking about?
I was trying to rack my brain about this. Is it the no, it's not a hand pass. That was that last night. Last night we had a hand pass where like the guy was just like confused to why he got the penalty, but OEL pretending. No, it doesn't ring a bell for me.
I love how greasy he is.
Oh, the
It was a
skate on
skate on
skate.
skate.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, that was funny. I mean, he also like pointed to his skate. That's the weird part about that. He goes up to the ref and he's like, and he points to his skate. It's like, yeah, like that's how you tripped him, bud. Like that, just because you guys collided skates, that doesn't mean it's not a penalty. So
But
I don't know
was
if you
it a
didn't know the
penalty?
rule.
You think?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like guy has the puck and he skated right into his skate. Like I don't know. Yeah, like Justin said,
Can't
like,
do that.
Yeah, he watched the replay. It's like, yeah, it's what happened, man.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
you pointed to your skate because yeah, you tripped him that way. So I don't know what you're saying. Just go to the box. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I figured it was you, Miller, in there giving me all these comments, but I didn't know. So I can
Yeah.
only see Facebook users. Sorry, brother.
Yeah. Same here.
We got left here. What else we got? Morgan Riley. Oh, that was the next guy I wanted to get into. Morgan Riley, 10 points in his last 9 games. Leafs PR tweets, Maple Leafs defenseman Morgan Riley recorded his 400th career assist on William Nylander's second period power play goal. Riley becomes the third defenseman in franchise history to register 400 assists, the third defenseman in franchise history to register 400 assists as a Maple Leaf. The other two, Borje Salming and Thomas Kaberle.
Wow. Yeah. What company? Holy.
Yeah. So he's a legit legend here. All he needs is a cup. Come on, Mo. Push for that. Mo also factored in on the second goal tonight and became the first defenseman from the 2012 draft to reach the 400 assist mark. Mo is having himself a season. It's like he's rejuvenated. He's revived. It's like, where has this Mo been for the last few years? He feels like he's just a different guy. Well, it feels like he's younger again. It's like more youthful Mo is back doing things.
Yeah, I think he's also just making better decisions as well. Like, and he's tougher defensive plays. I knew that he was going to play well under Berube. He played well under Mike Babcock, and so there's no reason for him not to. So, yeah, I really Morgan Riley. Actually, I just off topic again. He makes me feel old because I was an adult when he had his first game. And so it just every time it's just like, wow, this guy's like a grizzled vet now. He's one of the longest tenured players on the, or he is the longest tenured player on the team. And yeah, I was already an adult when he played his first game.
He's like a year younger than us, though. Like,
yeah, but still, yeah.
But
That's
still,
the thing.
yeah,
Yeah. He's becoming a grizzled vet, so I think that means we're becoming grizzled vets. So, yeah, tough. But I do like his game though. Him and OEL too just seem to match up well. Like OEL's pretty good on defense. I'd say better than Riley is, and they're getting more favorable matchups than Tanov and McCabe. But yeah, it's been a longer experiment than we had before, and it's been working out. I kind of was one that I thought that they'd have to kind of go back to the more even distributed lines, but having a true shutdown and one that's more free flowing and you throw out there when you need more puck moving and even action, like that's it's been working out. So I like all of the changes on defense this year. Like, it's hard to complain about things, like I'm picking on Benoit once in a while to find things, but like even he's taken that away from me. He's even playing better. So yeah, just defense has just been, amazing. And it's a lot of too, like defensive help. I think that in general, they're more responsible. But
for like the first time in the Matthews era, the Leafs have no issues with defense. So the first time in like a really long time, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like,
what do you mean the Matthews
memory,
era?
Yeah, I was saying, like, actually, I was thinking back before that. I'm like, wait, no, we didn't have good D then either.
No, it's been awful forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to actually have Tanev and O'Reilly as a top pair, and then a second pairing of a guy who can move the puck and a McCabe. McCabe just seems to be the ultimate utility defenseman. If we could just get him to stop wheeling and dealing, I would probably go and buy a jersey and praise his name all the time because he's like one of the most perfect hockey players there is. He is physical. He's quick. He skates well. He's makes good decisions with the puck. Most of the time. He adds a little bit on the offense, and he's willing to bang bodies in the other end. Like, just love that.
As like a top 4 defense, like it's just is a really nice core. Like I
yeah.
still like you're figuring out the bottom pair, and they're gonna have good nights and bad nights, but really you only look at your top fours, like your regular season. Like this is definitely what we're gonna see in the playoffs, and like just so satisfied. And like you said, like yeah, McCabe's just been and a guy that we've now locked up long term, and just what a perfect defenseman for the Leafs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
let's talk about Stolars. Holy frig, man, that dude just hates equipment. That guy doesn't like hockey equipment. He like, by the end of the season, he's gonna be out there like saving it without a chest protector. He's not gonna have one pad. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
He picks up
total
the
yard
puck.
sale.
Yeah, yesterday he picks up the puck with his bare hand and shows it to the ref. Was one of the funniest moments in like ever that I've seen hockey. Just amazing. And like someone said, like it's a dangerous play. Like I can't believe he did it and put his hand in with everybody's skates to pick up a puck. But also just like, yeah, who has ever done that in history? Like I just feel like is that a play that's happened ever? Like I don't even know, but. Yeah, wild. But and also just to find the puck too, I
Yeah,
thought was
he's an
crazy.
animal.
Yeah, but yeah, and he also lost his stick, I think 2 or 3 times yesterday as well. Like that dude, his right hand is just not working properly. Just not holding on to things.
Yeah, no, he just. I don't think he. I just don't think he cares. He just locks in, fully locked in. Doesn't care about anything but keeping that puck out of the net. Like he could be. He'd have
Fine.
shit himself on the way. Like he ain't gonna get out of that net. He's stopping the puck. Like that's what's happening. And he's an animal. I love the guy. Which brings me to Joseph Woll. Joseph Woll has had a great game. He's had a great couple of games. You think he's found his form?
Yeah, I think he's finding his form in a way. I think there's still a little bit of rebound control that's unusual for him. He's normally pretty good at that, but yeah, I think he's just kind of settling in. I still want to. He's not smiling, and I don't know. He's always been kind of a happy dude. And so I just noticed that tonight in particular that like, yeah, haven't not really seeing Joseph Wall smiling in net very often. And that's when he's playing his best is when he's happy and loose and, talking to the ref. And, I just, yeah, I'm not sure what's up there, but maybe it's that he feels he's lost his place. He's a true backup at the moment, but I don't know.
It's true. He's not even on his big contract yet, right? He's still playing for 850 grand or something. Like he makes 3 million this year. Or is it next year?
No, I think he makes it this year. Like, wasn't he an RFA, and that's why they re-signed him?
I can't remember. I thought he had a year left, but
Yeah.
maybe not.
Either way, we
Yeah.
got 2 or 3 years
Anyways,
of him. Yeah.
but yeah, with that contract signed, it's definitely going to cause him to be butthurt for losing that spot, especially with Stoley playing really good. But it's not like Joseph Woll goes online and it's not like he reads the paper. Like Joseph Woll doesn't know about any of this stuff, so it can't really be affecting him to see anybody else.
He knows his
talking about
number's
it,
not getting
unless
called on game day, though.
yeah, he could. The only thing that could be bothering him is that he's not playing enough. But like he's been playing well. Justin wants to know, was that really a tough game for Woll tonight though?
No, tonight wasn't a tough game. It wasn't a tough game for Stoli yesterday. Yeah, it's one of the nice things about this system is they protect their goalies, and I think a couple of times when we've lost sight of that early in the year, there's been these little comebacks and a blown shutout that I can remember in the first couple games. But I think that the team in front of them is playing really well. It makes it easy on a goalie. I think high danger chances are just down in the last 2 games at least. Probably a lot more in the Boston game, but yeah, I think that for both teams, not a lot of high danger chances. Like slot shots in particular, low. A few tips in front, a little bit of scrambling in front, but yeah, not some point blankers though.
No,
Actually,
not really,
though,
but it's been really good on the power play.
in the third, and in the third period though, Wall did make a really nice glove save that I think kind of set the tone for the third period. Kind of settled everyone down, and that could have been a little bit shaky going into the third. Instantly get I think it was a 2-on-1 or either like a half clear chance, and yeah, nice glove save from him. So he at least has been making some saves.
So Doug Doucette, legendary at Deuce Doucette on Twitter.
Okay.
Savard is such a fucking pussy. if you're going to sit there and punch a guy in the back of the head for 25 seconds, don't stand there like a bitch when he wants to go. Not my words, the legend Deuce. Both players get a penalty for roughing. Mike the Fanatic off Twitter says, how the hell is it 4-on-4? That's pathetic. If the Leafs had a third man in, they would be shorthanded 10 times out of 10. Bush League shit. What are your thoughts on that situation?
I mean, yeah, they gave Savard a 2-minute penalty for being a puss because, I mean, really, you're looking down at a guy, you're willing to punch him in the head when play is live, but Domi's just an animal, though. Like there's certain guys where you just like look into their eyes and you just don't want to mess with them. And he doesn't have the Ty Domi look, there's no question, but he's a guy I would look at in a bar and be like, that guy's crazy. Like, he's got white boy crazy in his eyes, and I wouldn't want to mess with him either. So, yeah, I just think Savard, like, what a look, though, And then, I think the refs just gave him a penalty because you should have dropped the gloves, bud. But I don't know. I think he's also, Savard's probably just at the end of his career. He's playing on a team that sucks. I'm not sure he's has any cup aspirations left in him if he's just going to hang around Montreal. So, yeah, maybe he doesn't want to put his face on the line for the team. But, yeah, not a good look.
Maybe he was just doubting that Max Domi would actually fight him. Like, I don't know, because Savard's huge. He's got 6 inches on him and 50 pounds probably.
Well, maybe not that much, but close. Yeah, a lot. He's bigger than him
30
for
pounds
sure.
Probably. He's much bigger than him. Isn't he 6? Is he 6'5"? Savard? He's huge, right? And Domi's 5'9". Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a big boy.
Domi's not 5'9" though. Domi's 5'11". He's bigger than you think.
I thought he was 5'9".
No, this is everyone calling Marner small too. He's 6 foot. I mean,
yeah. So I don't think Marner's small, but I'm pretty sure Max Domi height. All right, let's do this. Google, do this with me right now. 1.75 meters, which I always have to convert in feet for fuck's sakes. I know I'm Canadian, but it's 5'9". He's 5'9".
Really? Well, yes. So that's a. I'm not sure Savard is 6. Don't want you to look up every height in the book though, but yeah, it's not a good look though. It's dude, just toss the gloves and just wrestle for a second. No, don't just look at him. But did you see actually Domi had his punch ready, just holding it there, cocked ready, just waiting for Savard to drop the gloves, and he just wouldn't. So I mean, Domi was also following the rules there. So he knows, he's read the book. He knows the book on fighting. So. Yeah.
He's 6'2".
Yeah.
But still. 5'9" to 6'2", you're still talking 5 inches.
Yep.
That's a decent difference and probably a good weight differential there. So pussy. Oh, yeah. I'll give him that. You got anything else to go on about this game for?
I'm not really. Mine's on to the Raptors. Raptors play tonight. It's the one time I'm excited about a Raptors late game because it was after the Leafs game. So, yeah.
That's mint. So I got something to watch. We'll be flipping.
And IQ is back. Emmanuel Quickly. I've been waiting for him to come back. So I know Justin's probably a Raptors fan too. So yeah, I'm excited to watch this game tonight, even though they'll probably lose, but it'll be fun.
So we'll be back Tuesday against the Senators. Probably going to see Stoli and Net again. Don't think any major changes to the lineup between now and then. You think we're going to see Matthews back? He can't come back yet, can he? Can he come back for Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah. Yep, that's the first day he can come back. There's a 50-50 chance I'm hearing that he'll be playing. So skated for 30 minutes today or yesterday maybe. So, yeah. I think they probably overshot with the IR stint based on just how everything's going. So I think he'll be ready. That's my guess. We'll see Matthews.
All right, so let's hope we see Matthews. Either way, we'll be back after the Maple Leafs and the Senators on Tuesday. Thanks for listening for now. Split the Defense, a Leafs post-game is presented by LaForest Electrical Contractors, serving the Kingston and surrounding areas since 2004. We appreciate your comments. Hit that like button. Tell all your friends. Download the show and all that good stuff. Until next time, we're out of here. Peace.
Later. Peace.
As soon as I find the...
Follow the boys on Twitter at STDPWebby, at Craig D. Pearce and at Ted_is_.